Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Corrupt Crew Chronicles. When I just think about how on the video I made on last Sunday, about how, I was hoping that authorities came in there. Well, my divine spirit of my ancestors heard my cry. Did the authorities not come? Now, they didn't come for what I was referencing for them to come, and about with that little boy being sexually violated in there by that teenage boy. But they came though. They came on Thursday when they was having that funky feast of trumpets up in there. For real. Like I said, he done fucked up. And when I say he, I'm talking about that search code leader. Can't say it enough or whatever. Anybody who been listening and been following, with the videos and everything I've been putting out, everything I've been saying been lining up and been come to pass. For real. Mean that. Like I said, I got spiritual rank. And there's something else I want to talk about. Oh, I did not finish up talking about as far as with that phone, them phone numbers. Oh, I'm following up on that. We're going to find out who them phone numbers belong to. The ones I took the screenshots of and everything, call me on Thursday and on Friday, them weird numbers. Yeah, I'm going to find out. And I'll be back so to do an update with that. Oh, yeah, it's going to come out. Like I said, they don't want it. They don't want it. And see, the ones who sat and did that stuff, now y'all have sat here, and if there's any of them in there, that's what I'm talking about. Any of them sitting in there, the males or females sitting in that circus call, oh, you best believe more wrath coming your way. And I mean that. I do mean that. But yeah. And so I also just want to say, got back to me. He's standing up there on Friday night before he get the second assistant pastor up there. Y'all know the one I'm talking about, the second assistant pastor up there, the one who owed the over 100,000, was over 100,000 for one PPP loan, and then over 120,000 for another PPP loan, and then charged off, went to collections. Yeah, so over 200,000 to like 220 something $1,000 worth of PPP loans. Yeah, and he been reported. Anyhow, got him before he got him up there. Of course, he got to stand up there running his shitty bow mouth, talking about shitty one source code leader, stand up there talking about some trying to ease in spirituality and spiritual and all. You cannot mix spirituality and religion. Let me just go ahead and break this on down, see, because and for those of you who have an understanding of what I'm about ready to go into, you know what I'm talking about. You know. First of all, spirituality is the creme de la creme. Spirituality is what religion derived from. And then you have different religions, okay? You got spirituality, okay? And then you have religion. Spirituality is what spiritual folks like myself, I'm spiritual as an individual, spiritual, subscribe to. Okay, I subscribe to spirituality. Religion is what religious individual. Somebody who's sitting there, when I used to sit in there, when I was sitting in there in that circus code, see, I was religious. I was religious. Individual all the way up to that point, from me being a young all the way on up. See, because that's what I was brought up with. That's what I had, that's the only thing I had to go by. Religious. I was religious, so I subscribed to religion. There are several different religions, but spirituality is where it all began. Okay? The earth been here, I won't say 3D, third dimension. The earth has been here trillions of years. What were those folks doing way back? I'm talking about my ancient ancestors. The ancient, if you don't want to say the ancient men and women, boys and girls of the earth. What were they doing? Okay? You cannot mix the two. You can't mix spirituality and religion. Spirituality is the top. It's like trying to mix oil and water. When it settles, the oil is always going to be at the top, the water going to be at the bottom. And I'm going to tell you, the oil is spirituality. Anointed thy head with oil, the water, which is actually nothing, okay, watered down, that is religion. Religion came from spirituality. Men, and when I talk about that, I'm talking about mankind, okay, took some things of spirituality and they created their own religions. That's why you have several different religions. You have the Hebrew Israelite religion. You have where, you have Judaism. Okay. You have Catholicism. You have Christianity, which has so many Protestant, Baptist. You have Buddhists. Well, Buddhism, because Buddhists are actually ones who actually practice Buddhism. Buddhism is the religion. Buddhism. Seventh-day Adventists. The list goes on and on for the different, those are man-made. Man-made. You cannot mix the two. Don't try it, Source Code Leader. And I baited you in and you took the bait. I said that my stuff where I've been putting on videos, you was going to try to sit up and stand up and be teaching on it. That's just like someone being spiritual. Spiritual is me. It means it's individual. Spirituality is individual. You can have me, I'm spiritual, and another individual who's spiritual, and we don't believe in the same. As far as for you talking about, no, it's individual. When you talk about religion, y'all sit up here uniform one way. Everybody, we all got to assemble. We all got to do this. We all have to do that. And it's someone over them. With spirituality, nobody's over me. Nobody. Divine spirit of my ancestors, divine spirit governs me, but I'm talking about a man or woman being my leader outside of myself. No, I go within. So don't do it. You stand up there and you sound foolish because you are a fool. Circus Code Leader. Shitty one, you're an idiot. That's another thing, Brother Solomon calls you an idiot. Now I call you one too. I'm like, yeah, sure enough, you're an idiot. Standing up there trying to say that. No, stop. Leave it alone. Spirituality. Now, for real, y'all stick with y'all religion and being religious. Like I said, boy, I got spiritual rank over you, boy. I got it over you and anybody else you got in there. I am high ranking in the spiritual realm. In the spirit realm. 5D. Fifth dimension. Mean that. I mean that. And that's just the truth. Those are the facts. But I want to go ahead and I'm going to get down on out there and then get back to me. He's standing up there on today. Or saying, bro, people say, with losing what they have and all that. Yeah, because what's crumbling, crashing. That's what's going to happen to you. You know what's coming. You about ready to lose everything you got. You are. You was going to skip out on them folks. You was trying to skip out on them last year. When you had that raggedy ass dump of a building, Circus Code, up on the market for sale in May of 2022 for $1.6 million. Like I said, I have the screenshots of it off of the internet, nigga bum one. Sure do. I have them and I sent it out to some. Yeah. I don't lie about anything. You had it up on the market. Like I said, where were you going to take them? Where were you taking them folks? You didn't talk to them about that. They didn't know anything about it. And like the good sister from the Midwest, when we were talking yesterday, we was going back and forth, actually in communication and everything. And like she said, you don't care nothing about them members. I've been saying that. And yeah, Like she said, you're crafty and cunning, yes. And for you to be suspect, the number one suspect, because you are ready to walk away. You've been ready to walk away. I said that years ago. I talked with Sister Kid about that years ago. We came on from up out of there. Also, I was already the one who was on talking about that whore wife shitty too. I said she's in on it. Some other ones, they was trying to, show sympathy and empathy, like, well, she's in there under his roof, when he mistreats her. And no. And here it is. Everybody separate term. Yeah, that wife, that horrible wife, yeah, she too, yeah, she is. And they don't, use those terms, but talking about that wife, yeah, they're like, yeah, she's with it along too, right along with him. Yeah, I've been seeing that. I put that in 2016 email. What? Like I said, I've always had spiritual rank. I've always had it. It was just for me to know it, to find out who I am. Yeah. And I'm unstoppable. And like I said, I'm on you, boy. Shitty one, circus cult leader, I'm on you as a predator. Do you hear me? I am on you. And like I said, when it comes down to you sitting up here and getting up there and you talk about spirituality, you leave that alone. You leave it alone. Because you can't mix the two. Can't mix spirituality and religion. And I'm going to go ahead and get on this. Now, y'all know that back in 2015, when we sitting in that raggedy-ass dump of a building that they in now, y'all know how he took away the action figurines from them children in there. They couldn't have like the Spider-Man and the Superman, and because he got up there and he said that was like, the manufacturers of it was like they trying to make them the figurines, the action figures, to be like they the most high. Yeah. Now, tell me this. On Monday, on that lemon lot, on the Facebook page of that lemon lot that they got, how come they had and it's two things with this commercial, okay? Made a little commercial, and this was with the Lieutenant Dummy son number 2 with his 2 children. The one's a bastard. The older one is a bastard. It's a little girl. She's a bastard because that whore wife of his, okay, was pregnant with her before they got married. And that's why that circus cult leader, Shitty One, made them go ahead and get pregnant. Now, the son, they was already pregnant because he come along a couple of years after they was already married. But anyhow, he was shooting the video. Okay, this commercial now of his 2, the boy and the girl. Now you tell me this: how come the little boy, he got on a Spider-Man costume with the mask and everything, his face covered up in a Spider-Man costume? Okay, yeah, it's out there. It's on Facebook, on their Facebook page of that lemon lot. Yeah, they just put it up there on this Monday of this week. Then the little girl, she is sitting up here and she got to be like around 6 because, they got married back in February 2016 and she was already pregnant. So she got to be like 6 going on 7, if not already, 7. Anyhow, going on 7, she's standing up there, head uncovered. Now, y'all sisters who's listening to me, and especially because I was in all the mother and sisters meetings, because that's just that mother sisters meetings. Y'all know, especially y'all sisters who had little girls in there, y'all know that we were told as being sisters, we had little girls at the age of 2 and up. They were to have their head covered at all times. Why was her head not covered? Hair all out. Not covered at all. And that little girl ugly. I'm going to go ahead and insert that. Yeah, she's ugly. She should have had on that mask. I don't know what that little boy looked like, but she should have had a mask on of her own because she's ugly. And I don't care who get offended by what I'm saying. He's standing up there and talk about people's children. Like I said, he did nothing to them. For real, I already went through with Sister Keita and Brother Joe's son. Talking about he, eyes red, and it's due to allergies, but he's standing up there talking about giving him a marijuana test. And then he talked about the one family from Ohio, the Ohio family, their little boy. Well, I don't say little boy, but he was a teenage boy at that time. And I'll never forget that. And I already went through that on another video. That he humiliated that teenage boy so bad he got up and he walked out. And I'm gonna tell you, that brother who left out along me back in from North Carolina, he remembered that because we talked about it after I had made that video. He said, I remember that. He said, I remember that. He said, I was on live streaming because, he was an out-of-town member. He said, I remember that. He said, I remember. And because it was in 2015. It was in 2015 when he did that to that teenage boy. And there was all kind of other ones, too, that he set up where he talked about children. Not doing anything to them, had never did anything to him, nothing. Yeah, that little girl is ugly. Yeah, that bastard grandbaby girl of his, that is the daughter of Lieutenant Dummy's son number 2. She's ugly. Let's go ahead and put it on there. But yeah, her head all uncovered, and she's like 6-7 years old. And then, like I said, the boy, he's sitting up here flipping around in a Spider-Man costume. Yeah, with the mask on. Yeah, so what happened to all that? Talking about taking out the action figurines. Because I remember I had a conversation with me and Sis Keita again. We talked about that. And I told her, I said, dang, sis, I said, the children can't even have any enjoyment. That's exactly what I said. That's the sentence I said. I said, dang, sis, I said, the children can't even have any enjoyment. Yeah. What they doing with that? Nothing but a hypocrite. Nothing but a hypocrite. And I'm going to tell you something else too. It's folks in there looking at him and saying that's why he had to get up there and he got to talk to them, because it is mind control. There is no way that humanly, I am an educator. And those of you who are listening to me who are educators, I'm talking about teachers, educators that teach. We know that even in a teaching setting, where we're giving education lessons, you have to give breaks to folks. You can't sit up here and have them in there for hours on end. That's mind control. That makes them separate and go into the subconsciously. And again, that's mind control. See, I'm busting it all up. See, I know what he's somewhere doing. And watch, he'll sit up here trying to start doing that. Well, y'all, after an hour, I'm going to go ahead and let you all go on and get a break. And then we go ahead and come back. He'll sit up here and do some stuff like that. Take everything or whatever. Yeah, go ahead. Because I've already sat here and said it before you do it. That's why I was saying about spirituality, that he was going to start teaching, trying to sit up here and try to touch on it and stuff. You can't touch on that. Leave that alone. Leave that alone, shitty one. Circus cult leader, you leave it alone, boy. You hear me? I got spiritual rank over you, boy. And I'm going to keep on. Like I said, I'm not letting anything go. Like I said, I've been in communication with one of the commissioners this week. Like I said, just because I don't get on here and make videos and everything, please don't think I'm not simple working stuff, not going. And then, because the divine spirit of my ancestors, they doing work behind the scenes on my behalf. For real. Why you think those authorities came in on Thursday and I didn't have anything to do with it? They couldn't sit here. I couldn't do that. I would have been disowned by divine spirit of my ancestors. I did some stuff like that. I'd be disowned. I'm going to be walking around, like I said, I'm a bastard. They disowned me, divine spirit, and my ancestors. So they had to put that thought in somebody else's mind and have them go ahead and carry it on out. Whoever did it, whoever did that bomb threat. But the authorities showed up, did they not, on Thursday? And did I not sit here and say on that previous Sunday, on that video, I hope they showed up? Like I said, folks better go the fuck on, leave me alone. I'm being serious. That spiritual rank is true. It's the truth. It's the truth. And you don't have to believe in it. Folks don't have to believe in it. Just because you don't believe in something don't mean it's not true. It's not factual. For real. Mean that. I mean that. I mean that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get on this too. Those fatties in there, what needs to happen, them fat asses. And see, I already talked about that, actually a little bit, touched on it on Thursday night when I seen that herd of buffalo, that herd of cattle walking in front of the camera as they were leaving out, evacuating the building, okay? Because the bomb threat. Let me say this. Them feasts, that long feast, Gary said, become funky feast. That long funky feast, okay? Feast of Tabernacles. Gary said, come out. They need to have healthy food and then the regular food. And you want me so tough, Circus Code leader, shitty one, you stand up there in between, because y'all know that there used to be the food on one side and then food on the other side. And I'm talking about in that raggedy ass dump of the building they sitting in now, okay? They would have two different, and they would have all the same food. They need to have one side where it's healthy food, where they got skinless, boneless, baked, the chicken breast, all kind of spinach for spinach. I'm talking about the leafy spinach salads for spinach salads. Also other healthy dishes only, and then have the regular food on the other one. And wow, he was on me so tough, because you need to get they fat asses in shape. Ain't that what you call me, fat? Huh? Ain't that what you sit up here and talk about me and say? And then some of the other ones who's gone from up out of there used to talk about they weight and size. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and make this person from Amber. You need to stand. I'm talking to you, shitty one, Circus Code leader. Stand right there. And I'm talking about with them grown folks. I'm not talking about with them children. Them children, that is up to their parents, their guardian, whoever has a rule over them, what food they eat. I'm talking about them grown folks in there. I'm talking about those who've graduated from high school or 18 and gone on up. That's what I'm talking about. Graduated from high school and on up in age. The ones who are fat, the ones who are water buffalo, the ones in there who are like they are doing a stampede when they're walking, you need to go ahead and point them over to the healthy side. And then also, since you have that workout, that exercise room, and a gym, they need to be doing that every night after service, except for when y'all have those days of rest, which y'all want to call that Sabbath shit, the day of rest. I just say that, So that's about what, seven nights they'll be back there working out consistently. Yeah, because they need to go ahead and get that extra weight on up and off of them. And I'm telling you, for real, because I come back on here and I'm going to start calling names of the fatties in there, fat asses. Because like I said, there are ones, the majority of them who was sitting in there when you kicked me out because I said I didn't bring my workout clothes. I never told you no that I wasn't going to go back there and work out. I never said no. I said I didn't bring my workout clothes, and I said it twice, and that was the truth. That was the truth. I was dressed up, had on a pair of low pump heels. What am I going to sit up and put on my feet? What am I going to put on, period? And I'm dressed up. This is on a Saturday. I know we said get dressed up, most of the time, get dressed up on Saturday service. So you going to do that to them. Because if not, I already know you just a hypocrite. But see, I want to go ahead and I want to go ahead and put it on out here and let it be known how much of a hypocrite that you are. I done already busted up everything that you sit up here and you try to hold as a standard and everything. See, but there's a lot of them sitting in there who was sitting in there when that happened with me. And I went on about my business, see, because I graduated. And I thank Divine Spirit and my ancestors. And I graduated and moved on to spirituality. But they were sitting in there and they done piled on more weight. They done got bigger in size, fatter. They've gotten fat or fatter. And you need to get that under control. Since you want to control everything, like I said, you have nothing to say to anybody who's not in there. It's all goes to them in there. Get them straight. And then also he was standing up there talking about how the one will give sacrifice, make offerings for themselves because they sin. To go through that, see, because he know he done fucked up. See, all this stuff ain't nothing but mind control, mind games, manipulation. Y'all see what I'm saying? Yeah. Got back to me as who he's somebody talking about today as well, on Saturday. Yeah, on today. Up there. You didn't just say that, he gave for the people. He gave first for himself. Gave the offering, to sit here and absolve, for cover his sin for himself. And then went ahead and made the offerings for the people. Yeah. Yeah, because he knows. And like I said, and he knows people in there, and it's going to be some who leaving up out of there. In between this time and that feast and during that feast and everything, they're going to be leaving from on up and out of there. Mark my words, y'all. What have I been wrong about since I've been making these videos? Somebody tell me. Nothing. Everything I said has come to pass. Everything. Mean that. Like I said, I got spiritual rank and I'm on him. I am on that circus code leader, shitty one. Like a predator. And I mean that. And can't nobody get me off him except divine spirit or my ancestors. And that's it. Can't nobody do nothing with me regarding him. Regarding shitty one. That circus cult leader. I mean that. I do mean that. I mean that. So whatever come to mind, I'm click on this camera. Come on, start talking about it. And I mean that. Under the directive of divine spirit and my ancestors. I follow their directive. They tell me you gonna make a video, I make a video. Tell me go ahead, go do this, I do it. Put in this complaint, go to this website, do it, and it hasn't failed me yet. I'm obedient to divine spirit and my ancestors. Like I said, I stand up for what's right. I'm righteous. And that just means I stand up for what's right. I'm not perfect and I don't need to be. I don't have to be. Don't need to be perfect. But I stand up for what's right. And I mean that. And it's right. He got righteous judgment coming down on him from a woman. And when I say him, I'm talking about that circus cult leader, shitty one. And I mean that. I mean that. And it's not going to end until I take my last breath. I mean that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this video here. And I'll be back with another video. But until that time, I'm signing out.